generation of the electric power. We know the different way to generate the electric power, and transmission of that, distribution of that. So purely this is electric power or power will be to the electrical background. So electronics, okay, so we come across with the solid state devices, some electronic circuits, okay. So and control, so a control of the steady and dynamic characteristics. So all these things combined and says it is a power electronics device. Okay. So if I am considering an example like this, okay, so power generation, okay, so can be in a different way, okay, so we can have, we can use fossil fuels there, nuclear or renewable sources, we can use many different ways of power generation we are having, okay. So if I am considering, I want to generate a power of 100 kilowatt. Consider that I am supposed to generate a 100 kilowatt. Okay, so I basically need fuel. Okay, so fossil fuel. Okay, so I may require that. Okay, so that will be given to the turbine. So I don't know how many of you are aware of the meaning of the turbine. So these are all the things you will have coming across in the first year electronics and electrical subjects and all. So there you come across with all these things. So okay, so if I want to generate that 100 kilowatt power, so the basic requirement is fuel. Okay, so that will be given to the turbine. Okay, so turbine is a very big, like a big room structure. It will have, it will be rotating. So it will be like that. Okay, so in practically the turbine will be like that. It will be very huge. Okay, so where the turbine starts rotating, okay, so that turbine will be working, the come out of that is a mechanical energy, okay, so that will be given to the generator, okay, so from the generator we will be getting electrical energy, okay, so then that will be given to the transmission lines, so then loads, okay, so load and to the whatever the load will be, like it will reach to us at a home or wherever we are having electric power what we are getting, okay. So in most of the cases, okay, so if this is the process of getting power, okay, so in most of the cases, so when we are having fuel to turbine, so at that only many losses will be there. So that it may be, okay, so it will be of 65% of loss, okay, so from the reference and I'm taking and telling you that, okay, so the loss can occur here only, here in the itself, like with the while fuel giving to the turbine during that time only, so we'll be having a 65% of loss, okay. So the meaning is only 35% will be delivered, okay, so from the turbine to the generator only 35% will be delivered to the generator, okay, so from the turbine, okay. So then what happens is, so even from the generator, okay, so that will give electrical energy, then transmission, then it comes to the load, the delivery will be of only 16%, okay, so the delivery will be of only 16%, okay, so hope you can understand, okay. So the means the load whatever we are getting is only 16 kilowatt. What is required for us? 100 kilowatt is the required power, but what we are getting is 16 kilowatt, okay, so at the load. So during the journey of this fuel turbine generator transmission lines load, so there are many losses will occur, okay. So this loss, the fuel to turbine loss, we are not at all talking over here, okay. So when it comes to the generator transmission line and load, okay, so this loss, whatever we are getting after turbine, okay, so that can be extend to reduce, that can be maximum we can reduce whatever the 16% we are having, that can be reduced to 1% with the help of the power electronics devices. Okay, so are you all getting exactly why we require power electronics? What is the need of the power electronics? Or I can say over here, I have written also here, okay. So the required is 100 kilowatt, obtaining is 16 kilowatt. So how to save that 84 kilowatt? Okay, so that is the question over here actually. Okay, so we know so far. Okay, so whatever we have come across with the subjects what you have studied. Okay, so it is basically all electronics background programming, like such kinds we have come across. Okay, so this is a kind of another subject where you require even the electrical background is also required. Okay, so to understand whole thing properly. So that is the subject. This subject will give all about the power electronics. Okay, so which is a combined subject with the combined concepts with the electrical. Okay, electrical background. So if I want to save this 84 kilowatt, okay, so we need to have some power electronics devices over here, power semiconductor devices required. Okay, so we are not talking with respect to the fuel and turbine where 65% loss going to have. Okay, so I'm not talking with respect to this. This is purely mechanical background we'll be getting. Okay, so when I come with the generator, transmission line and the load, okay, so whatever the 16% loss we are having, that can be reduced with the help of the power devices. Okay, so I can, instead of 16%, I can have a 1% loss also. Okay, so even the this generator, okay, so can be AC to DC, and DC to DC, DC to AC. So like that, many converters we are having over here. Okay, if I am using over here in the generator, transmission line and the load, our power electronics devices, okay, so we'll be getting out of this very good, we'll be getting out of this very good. One sec. I want to so whatever loss we are having, okay, so that I want to reduce. Okay, I want to reduce, and I want to have a very good outcome at the load. Okay, so all that things it is possible with the help of the power electronics devices. Okay, so what we are having in the previous slide was, okay, so we come across with the three things: power electronics and control. So power, the generation, transmission, distribution, whatever we are having over here. So many losses we are having with respect to the electric power. That loss can be reduced with the help of the solid state devices with respect to the electronic circuits and the control of it. Okay, so the combining this electronics and control. Okay, so with this part, okay, so we can reduce the loss whatever that will happen with respect to the power, electric power. Okay, so the electronics devices whatever we are having and control of that electronic devices to reduce that power losses, all that things. Okay, so we will be having details in depth in the subject power electronics. So we will be discussing, okay, so with respect to all these things. So we know, for example, I'm taking, we know diode, okay, so we will be discussing over here power diode. So we know BJT, so we'll be discussing here power BJTs. MOSFET, power MOSFETs. So, and some more power electronics devices like IGBT, GTO, like different. Okay, so electronic devices, power electronic devices, we will be discussing. It is just like whatever you can recall the subject electronics, basics of that electronics. So we just started with the diode, transistor, MOSFET, characteristics of that, type of that, how to bias that, all such things we have discussed in your previous semesters and all. The same way we are having, okay, with that background, of course, that background will play a very important role here. So, you know what is the role of PN junction, how exactly it will work, how, and even BJT, what are all the layers, how exactly that will work, all that things you know. So keeping all that in your mind, okay, so the power electronics we'll be discussing, the construction details, types of that, characteristics, how, what we will be getting, all such things we will be discussing over here, okay. So I hope you are getting with the example what I explained over here, okay. So the required is 100 kilowatt, okay. So but whatever I was getting is 16 kilowatt, okay. So with the fuel and turbine, so they are only 65%, so only 35% is delivered to the generator. So the generator will give from mechanical, the turbine will give the mechanical energy, the generator will give the electrical energy, and transmission lines over this only 16%. So I want to reduce the 16% to very small amount. We can reduce that to 1% or less than 1% with the help of the power electronic devices. Okay. So how we are reducing that? Okay. So that is what we will be studying in this subject. Okay. So how to save this 84 kilowatt, okay, so that is what we will be studying, okay. But definitely I'm not we are not having, actually that is purely mechanical again, okay. So we are not talking with respect to the turbine fuel, how exactly the turbine need to be designed, all such things we are not discussing over here, okay. So that is what I was telling in the previous class, okay, as a definition. So power electronic combines power electronics and control. Control deals with the steady state and dynamic characteristics of closed loop system, okay, whatever the electronic system we'll be using. Power deals with the static and rotating power equipment for the generation, transmission, and the distribution of electrical energy. Then electronic deals with the solid state devices and circuits for signal processing to meet the desired control objectives. Okay. So hence I can define power electronics as the application of solid state electronics for the control and conversion of electric power. Okay. So I hope you are getting properly. Okay. So with the example what I explained, power electronics is defined as the application of solid state electronics for the control and conversion of electric power. Okay, so conversion means we can have AC to DC, DC to DC, DC to AC, like that we can have a conversion. Okay, so over here, okay. So this is the definition. So we I was giving the slide in the previous class also. So we'll be having a power, electronics, and control. All that things will be working together. Okay, so to achieve the desired thing with respect to the power electronics subject, and many different applications we are having over here. Okay, so almost all the equipments, electric equipments, whatever we are having, okay, all that will consume electric equipment. Understand, electric equipment, all that will have the power electronic devices. Okay, so power electronics are based primarily on the switching of the power semiconductor devices. With the development of semiconductor technology, the power handling capabilities and the switching speed of the power devices have improved. Okay, so switching speed will be the state of on off. Okay, so we will be discussing, okay, so what is this switching speed in depth with respect to each power electronic devices. Okay, so generally the evolution. Okay, so if I come with the evolution of the power electronics we discussed in the previous class, first electronics, okay, so was started, and then the first power electronics was developed at 1956. So then it was commercialized at 1958. Okay, the first power device was SCR. Okay, so we also call that as a thyristor. Okay, so different types of power semiconductor devices conversion techniques have been introduced already. Okay, so this is about the evolution of the power electronics, and again, this will give the good view of the evolution of the power electronics. Okay, so I mean, what are all the divisions properly? Diode, transistors, thyristors we are having. Under diode, what are all the diodes we are having? Under transistor, BJT, like MOSFET. Under that, we are having N channel enhancement, all that things. Depletion is there. All that things. IGBT, we will be discussing basically in the first chapter diodes, transistor types, thyristors types, all such things. Okay, so then in the from second chapter, okay, so control techniques. That is what again in words it is given: power diodes, transistors, all of the different types of devices we are having. Okay, so I need to start from the power diodes in the today's session. Okay, so any doubt you're having? Any doubt, people? Are people listening? Okay. I can just recall the class sessions I was taking in the second year. So during that time only, people were making so much of noise. There was no response at all. Only few were listening. I don't know how about you will manage in the online classes. So just log on and you will keep it aside, I guess. Is it so? Or you got adjusted to online classes? Okay, okay. Let me continue with the session. Okay, okay. So let me continue with the session. Okay. So basically, so the power electronics is used to reduce the losses that occurs in the electrical power generation. Okay, so that losses can be reduced with the help of the electronics and its control. So firstly, let us go from the basic. Okay, so that is power diodes. Okay, so we know if I am taking a normal conventional diode also, so very few applications we are having with respect to the diode, like rectifiers in some communication channels will be using, circuits will be using diodes. Okay, so that very basic information we are having with respect, I mean, applications with respect to diode. Similarly, here also power diode will be the basic for all other things. Basic for all other things means transistor, power transistor, then power MOSFET. For all that things, this is the basic. If we are understanding the structure, PN junction structure properly with respect to the diode, then the similar will be there for the transistor NPN, PNP, MOSFET, N channel, P channel. Like what we exactly the basic structure we will be having. Okay, so let us start with the power diodes. Okay, so firstly, we will be discussing here basics, types, and the structure of it, how exactly the characteristic curve we will be getting application. Okay, so basics you will understand with respect to the diode, also conventional diode also, what will be the basic. Okay, so how we will be represent the normal diode. Okay, so that anode cathode will be there, PN junction will be there. Anode is connected to P type and cathode is connected to N type. So then we can have a forward bias, reverse bias of that. Okay, so and exactly the structure, how exactly electrons will go to the holes, and the holes, the electronic recombination takes place, how we will be getting that um, ion structure, and what exactly we will be having the characteristic curve, and what is the application of the diode. So you have this structure in your mind already. Okay, so if I take a silicon diode, the knee voltage is zero point 0.6 to zero point 0.7 volts, germanium diode 0.3 to zero point 0.4 volts. Okay, right, that is what we are having. And in the reverse bias we will be having a very small leakage current will be there, and the breakdown will occur for the silicon and germanium diode. Okay, so for the silicon it is 75 volts, for the germanium it is 55 volts, like that. Okay, so you have done in your lab, I guess, and plotted all such things, you've understood that particular. Okay, so the conventional diode, so this is similar to that only. Okay, so the whatever the power diodes we are having, which will have the same analysis what we are doing with respect to the diode, but only thing is the structure construction will be different. Okay, so again it will have a PN junction only, but the way we construct it, okay, the doping will be different with respect to the power diodes. Okay, so here let us go with the basics. Okay, so to increase power handling capabilities, few changes are required in the structure of the diode construction. Okay, so what exactly we are doing in the power electronics, we want to increase that power. Okay, so I was expecting, okay, so 100 kilowatt is my input, I was expecting the same 100 kilowatt, but that was not possible. So we can reduce that loss, and we can get very good, I mean, good power. Okay, so out of at the load. Okay, so how means with the help of this electronics devices, what we will be using. Okay, so to increase power handling capabilities, few changes are required in the structure of the diode construction. So the diode construction will be having a P type and N type. You can picturize that. Okay, so P and N will be there. PN and PN junction will be formed. Okay, so in the middle, so all that things you can just recall that. Okay, so but here the structure of the diode construction need to be different. Okay, so that is how, okay, it can handle high power. Okay, so or it can increase the power handling capacities. So basically power diodes, again it is used in the rectification freewheeling diode. Okay, so energy feedback in power electronics applications. Okay, so rectifications you know already, right? Okay, so which will convert AC to DC. So you have done that. So similarly here also power diodes, it is playing the same rectification working only. So we'll be discussing that freewheeling, what exactly the you have heard of the word, I guess, freewheeling diodes. Okay, so that we will be using when we are getting a back EMF. Okay, so when we are you back EMF means with respect to the inductance concept you will get. Okay, so freewheeling diodes will be used during that cases, and energy feedback. Okay, so energy feedback, we'll discuss that. Okay, so in the upcoming chapters. Okay, so here and all we will be using the power diodes, and it is a PN junction diode. However, they have large power handling larger power handling capacity. Okay, so again, so this is again PN junction diode only. Okay, so the doping will be different. Okay, so the way we dope will be different. Okay, so that makes possible to have a power handling, larger power handling capacity. Okay, and also the switching speed of the power diode is low. Okay, so we'll again I'll come back to this, what is switching speed. Okay, so what exactly the meaning, if what happens if it is high, what happens if it is low. Okay, so switching speed means the switch can have 0 and high or low. Okay, so switching speed, when it takes high low high low high low. Okay, so that high low will be low with respect to the power diode. Okay, so types depending on the recovery characteristics and techniques. Okay, so used for manufacturing, the power diodes are classified into general purpose, PN junction diode, fast recovery diode, Schottky diodes. Okay. Can you remember the word reverse recovery characteristics with respect to the reverse bias of the diode? Yes or no? Fast. Fast. Yes. See, suppose if my diode is working in a forward bias, suddenly I will apply the reverse potential. Then very large amount of current will be flowing through that diode, and that current will be reduced. Okay, so reverse recovery characteristic, that is. With respect to diode, you have done some calculations out of that and all. Okay, so based on that, just glance that concept. Okay, so based on that, okay, so we are categorizing with a three different way: general purpose, fast recovery, and Schottky diodes. Okay, so if I come with the general purpose PN junction diode, okay, so which will have low frequency, which will be used in the low frequency applications like rectification. This is one of the example. High, which will have high reverse recovery time. I don't know whether you are getting what is the meaning of reverse recovery time. That's See, classroom, I mean, online, especially interaction is required. If it is a classroom, definitely I can make out of the things from your end only, like by looking at your face. Okay, so now I need some response, yes or no. So we'll be having general purpose PN junction diode in the rectification, okay, and it is having a high reverse recovery time, and it is having a low operating frequencies. The meaning is, okay, so which can handle, okay, current from low to high, very low current to high current, and voltages from 5 volts to 5 kilowatts. Okay, so this is with respect to the general purpose PN junction diode. So then we are having a fast recovery diode. Okay, the basically power diodes, it is divided into three types: general purpose diode, fast recovery diode. Okay, so and Schottky. So the general purpose diode just now we discussed. In the fast recovery diode, low reverse recovery time when compared to the general purpose diode. Okay, therefore they are turned off more quickly and hence can be used in high frequency. Okay, applications like, so we can use it in a converters and AC to DC converters, specifically if I want to tell. Okay, so if I am telling with a diagram, so can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? I'm not sure whether you know the reverse recovery time. Okay. So this is the switching activity of the diode. Okay, so when it is forward bias, it will be working. Okay, so suddenly if I am changing to the reverse bias, okay, so what happens is, okay, so I am expecting it should be, okay, so when I'm applying diode in a reverse bias, I am expecting, so it should be 0. Okay, so but what happens over here is, okay, so which will have sudden, okay, so changes will be there, and it is gradually it is going to 0. Okay, so suddenly we are not expecting. Okay, so this time is called this time. Okay, so from t1 to t whatever the representation is there, so that is called as a reverse recovery time. So even still we represent, okay, so we'll be having, okay, suddenly if I am changing, large current will be flowing through the diode and it will stay for some time, and that will be reduced to 0. Okay, so that is exactly the reverse recovery time. Okay, so that reverse recovery time is very low in the fast recovery diode when we are comparing with the general diode, and that is the reason which can be used in a high frequency components. Okay, so that is with respect to the reverse recovery diode. And Schottky diode. Okay, so Schottky diode, the VI characteristic will be similar to the PN junction diode. So and the voltage drop will be 0.3 to zero point 0.4, similar to like germanium diode. Okay, but here the large reverse leakage current, and therefore lower breakdown voltage will be there, like 50 volts to 100 kilovolts. Why the breakdown voltage is very less means, okay, so we'll be having a large leakage current is present. Okay, so that is the reason. Hence, I mean, we can use this. Hence, the purpose of this can be used, okay, for a high current, low voltage applications like DC power supply. So in the DC power supply and all, we can use it. Okay, so this is exactly the power diode symbol as well. So how we will represent the diode, in the same way we will be representing this diode as well. Okay, so this is what the structure you need to understand. Again, here also P junction and N junction will be there. Okay, PN structure will be there. P is connected to the anode, N is connected to the cathode, but the doping is different. That is how. Okay, so power diodes are different when we are comparing the normal conventional diode. Okay, so P plus, what it is representing, it is a highly doped, it is. Okay, so highly doped material of P type we are having. Okay, so which will be of 10 mm we are having. Okay, so and again highly doped N plus materials will be there, so that will be of 250 to 300 mm, so that is connected to the cathode. So in between this, okay, so again, okay, so N-type material with a lightly doped we are having. Okay, so that layer we are calling it as a drift layer. Okay, so depending on the breakdown, okay, so we discussed different diodes over here. So the breakdown will be different for all the cases. Okay, so depending on the breakdown, okay, so the variation of this lightly doped structure will be there based on the required breakdown. Okay, so the lightly doped layer will be based on the required breakdown. Okay, so if I want breakdown 0.3 volts only, so it will be different. So if I want at 1 volts, it will be different. Okay, so that layer we are calling it as a drift layer. Okay, so usually the representation will be vertical orientation structure, means this is the structure we will be representing all the time. Again, this is a PN junction only. We are having a P type material and N type material. Okay, but the way of doping it is different. Okay, so this is the reason. Okay, reason which we are calling it as a power diodes. Okay, so our power semiconductor devices. Okay, so vertical orientation structure is preferred in all power devices as it increases the surface area for the forward current, therefore reduces the forward resistance and on state power dissipation. Okay, so this is the representation, means the doping representation or the doping of the materials will also be in the vertical orientation only, representation as well. Okay, so that improves. Okay, forward current, you will understand the word, I guess, forward current, the meaning, and therefore so reduces the forward resistance. Okay, so if you can remember, during the forward bias of the diode, the resistance will be very low, so which will be 0 ohm. So during the reverse bias of the diode, which will have a very high resistance, infinite we represent. Okay, that is what we have learned so far with respect to the diode. Okay, the same principle here also. Okay, so increases the surface area of the forward current, therefore reduces the forward resistance and on state dissipation. Okay, so if I come with the middle layer, okay, which is slightly doped, we are calling it as a drift layer. So it increases voltage handling capability of the diode. Voltage handling capability in the sense, okay. So we know, okay, the knee voltage is 0.7 volts, okay. So but for the power diodes, it will be 1 volts, okay. So the whatever the knee voltage, so there it increases the voltage handling capacity of the diode, okay, and controls reverse breakdown voltage. Okay, if we need higher reverse breakdown voltage, then we need a thicker N layer, that is lightly doped layer. Okay, so it all depends on the construction. See, I just said with respect to this diagram, this layer is depending on our requirement, we can dope this layer. Okay, so which will be most of the time lightly doped it is. Okay, so that is what. So now doping of drift layer, resistivity is more with drift layer, hence power diode has on state voltage drop. Okay, so this is the reason. Okay, so again, if I come with the characteristic of the power diode, the same. Okay, so what we are having with the normal conventional diode, okay, VI characteristic, forward bias characteristic we are having. Okay, so this will be, okay, so 1 volts with respect to that silicon diode, 0.6 to 0.7, practically if you are taking 0.5 volts only. Okay, so which will have low capability, low voltage capability it is having. Okay, so but here the case it will be 1 volts it is. Okay, means the high voltage capability it is possible with the help of the power diode. So basically it depends on the basic structure what we are using, doping structure what we are having with respect to the power diodes. Okay, so again we will be having a reverse leakage current, even this can be. Okay, so depending on the doping. Okay, so it can be increased or it can be decreased. Okay, the reverse leakage current can be increased, okay, or decreased. So the applications of all these things, whatever so far diodes we discussed is rectifiers, freewheeling diode, okay. So and energy feedback converters, AC to DC, DC to AC, DC to DC power supply. Okay, as I have informed you already, only in the first chapter we'll be discussing all the basic information of the devices. Okay, so later on applications of that. Okay, so even rectifier we will be discussing in the chapter number 3. So freewheeling diode and energy feedback, this is chapter number 4, DC to DC converters basically. Okay, so that we are discussing in the 4th chapter. Okay, so so we are discussing here the different types of power electronic devices. First we studied power diodes. Similarly, we'll be studying power BJT, MOSFET, all such things. Okay, so all such things where we will be applying as a applications, that we will be discussing from the unit 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so today we discussed, okay, so some of the information related to the power diodes. Okay, so in the next class tomorrow at 12 o'clock, right? So I'll be discussing with respect to the power BJTs. Okay, so power MOSFETs. Let me cover that also, because you are getting already the information with respect to the power diodes. It is definitely easy to understand what is power BJTs. Okay, so what exactly MOSFETs will be having. So in depth, let us discuss all that things. Okay, so basically, so it depends on the structure, the doping structure, what we are having. Okay, so based on that, okay, so we'll be telling this is a power diode. Why? Because means which can handle high voltage. high operating voltage, we can say. Okay, so for example, if you are understanding very much clearly over here, okay, so for the normal conventional diode, this will be 0.3 to 0.6 volts also silicon diode, but here you can see it is a new voltage is 1 volts. Okay, so here we can have, okay, so a high operating voltage is obtained. Okay, these are all some of the applications of the power diodes. So let me ask you people, any confusions you are having?